So I am joined by Amélie Vinay, who is the lead character artist at Redlock Studio, and they're currently kickstarting Shattered, Tale of the Forgotten King. So I thought we'd start, Emily, if you could kind of give us the convention pitch of Shattered and kind of tell us what it's all about.
Sure. So, Shattered is an action adventure platformer with 3D boss fights, and so the main character is named the Wanderer. Just wakes up in a desolated land. He doesn't know anything about this world, and so the world is called Hypnos, and it has totally been torn apart by ancient gods after the king of this world just disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
And so the wanderer just decides to begin a quest to find out what happens to this world, to its king and its folks. And that's just where you start in the game. And you just have to go.
Just explore.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that it's like a side-scrolling platformer, but there's 3D boss fights. And I think that's something that's really cool about the game, where there's this kind of transition in how everything is being shown. But I wondered if there were any challenges that brought up as an artist or as a character artist, and how you approached those.
Yes, of course, because actually 2D games are made to basically seen in a side view.
Right.
And actually you can cheat on a lot of things. And mostly in animation, it is made to be seen in a side view. So it doesn't works in every view. I don't know.
No, I get what you mean.
So we had to make this work in a side view and in a 3D view. So we had to make clear enough to be seen in 2D,
Yes.
and interesting enough to be seen in 3D.
Cool.
So that was a big challenge for the characters, for the environment, and we had to make the switch camera clear enough to not show the behind the scenes of the 2D part and enter into the 3D part.
Yeah.
So that was
a little bit of a challenge, yeah.
yeah.
The other thing I really wanted to ask you about, specifically as the character artist, is in looking at the characters that have been shown in the Kickstarter for Shattered. They've kind of got a bit of exaggerated proportions, and they're really detailed, but they're not what I'd necessarily call lifelike. But I wondered how you brought that aesthetic, how you brought that look to life, and your thought process behind that, and how you use that to kind of breathe life into the characters.
So those exaggerated looks just helps the player to know more about the character at first sight, basically, and it was very important for us to keep this kind of tale look, not a real life look, because actually the game is a kind of tale. So that was we just wanted to help the player to know more about the characters he has in front of him, to know, for example, for enemies, if he has an atrophied leg, oh yes, I'm gonna hit right there.
Right.
So we have some game designers that work on the skills of the characters first, and then it goes to the concept artist, who just works the design of the characters with just the skills that goes with. I don't know if it's clear what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
But he just points out the skills with the design. If he's strong, he's gonna be tall and and large and muscular and
Mm,
some things like that.
cool. So with that input a little bit into the background of Shattered, I wondered if you could tell us a little bit about how you got into game development and how you got into being this character artist.
Ah, first, I didn't want to work in video game at all. I just wanted to work like Disney or some animated film. And when I finished my school,
Hmm.
I was in school with Max, our concept artist, and he just told me, "Hey, I want to make a game. Do you want to come?" And first, he had a RPG,
Hmm.
but on paper.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he created a whole universe on paper, and he just told me, "I would like to make it a game because it's something very playable and fun and so on." And myself, I just dropped in the video game like that. I didn't mean to, but that's it.
So you weren't somebody involved with video games before this project.
Sorry?
So you weren't really involved with video games before this project in any way.
No.
So what's that been like? What is it felt like just getting dropped into this different
Uh,
medium?
uh, th- that was very stressful because I just didn't know I had the formation for that,
Mm,
but that was completely different. I just I thought I will do for animated film that is completely different.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's the same work, but we don't have the same constraints,
yeah, yeah.
and so I just felt like I couldn't breathe, swimming, drowning. But now that's okay.
Has there been anything that has been a something you've really enjoyed in working with games that you didn't expect to find, as opposed to animations?
Yeah, because I that was completely new for me, and that just I just learned a lot of things with that,
Mm,
and I think it's really really fun, and I really enjoy this.
cool. That's cool to hear. Um, so not being somebody that was involved with video games, have you played any games since starting that to kind of get used to things, or
Yeah, actually, I played before getting involved with video games, but that was like Counter-Strike or
mm,
something like that after school. But actually, I really like some kind of game like Borderlands,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but I don't play a lot. I just feel like when I'm back home at night, I don't want to work anymore,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
so playing video games for me is like I'm still to work.
Right, right, right. Well, to kind of bring things to a close, are there any other development teams or projects out there that you think are doing something really cool or have a really cool art style you'd suggest people look at?
Yeah, I there's another indie studio, a French one, I guess,
Hmm,
called Swing Swing Submarine, and
great
they
name.
just yeah, they just released a game called Seasons After Fall
Yeah.
this year, and it's really cool to the game. I didn't play it myself, but I think it's really nice looking and really pretty.
Awesome. Well, Emily Vinay, thank you for talking to us a little bit about Shattered and a little bit about your
Thanks.
background with the project. We'll make sure that there's a link down below for the Kickstarter. So if you're interested in seeing more about the project, please follow that.
Thank you very much.
愛まみれラマシンのさんラマシャンカ